Hello, friends. So, today we will be talking about which English to speak or write, American or British. And what is it that we are hearing these days about, and that is Indian English. What is Indian English? So, first, understand that there isn't much difference between any of these things. The American English, the British English, or the Indian English, basically they are same, and you encounter certain differences only only when you literally are a super expert. So it's more like different styles and different words being used in different countries. What I want to say that let's take Bengali of Bangladesh and West Bengal. Now, they are the same language, but there is a difference of the way people speak. So there is a difference of dialect. But in case of English, the difference is not even as much. So you can distinguish the English between, the Bengali between, the Bengali of Dhaka and the Bengali of Kolkata. There is a difference, and the difference is way more prominent. In case of English, to a person who is learning English or is in the beginner or intermediate level of English, there isn't much difference between the American English and the British English. And whether you speak American English or British English is absolutely up to you. Do not stress over this. Now, there are certain things that, let me be clear, if you speak British English and you are in America, people are going to understand you completely. They even like British English very much. In the same way, if you speak American English, or even a mixed English and go to visit England, people will understand you just fine. And guess what? Most of the people here in India, even those who speak English pretty well, most of them do not understand the difference between the American English and British English, because when a foreigner speaks, everybody, what they hear is a foreigner speaking. Honestly, that is my notion about it, other than a few nuances, differences, subtleties. Now, if you are at that level where you really understand those subtleties, you can decide for yourself and notice what kind of English you are talking. Now, uh, now understand one thing, that language, it is like a river. So all the streams that flow into that river makes up the water that it carries. So see what kind of English you are exposed to. So if you are exposed to only the people of India, those who speak in English, then of course you will be speaking like them. And then if you watch more Western movies, like Hollywood movies, you probably will be speaking more in American English, because not in American English, but your English will be more influenced by the American English. Now, if you read lots of old literature, undoubtedly, and even British literature of the current time, you will be more influenced by the British English. Now, when somebody asks me which English I want to speak, I want to say that this is not something you can force, and you should not even try to force it. Read different things you want, listen to different music you like, watch movies that you enjoy, and see how your English is developing. I mean, those who live in Bangalore, even I'm talking about the Bengalis who have moved from Kolkata to Bangalore or from West Bengal to Bangalore, their English has changed in a southern way, because they have a very distinct way of speaking English, which is different from the way people speak in Kolkata. Now, what I'm saying is, would it be right to force somebody to speak in the way people speak in Bangalore, or would it be right to force a person to speak like people in West Bengal do? The thing is, it and there are many the thing is, it is a spontaneous thing. Don't stress over it. Don't stress over it. Now, if you are studying English, in college or in university, here we focus a lot more on the British literature, and there is also, American literature that we study in college and university. If we are studying English, then it is for you to decide. And the stress remains more on the British English, because that's where we generally derive the inspiration from, because of the historical background that we have. Now, it is not about something being right or wrong. Some people think that it is very classist to speak in British English, or it's very classy, not classist, because it is classist. It's a language is a free form, river. It's like a river. It flows. Let it flow, and don't try to restrict it. I mean, it's irrelevant. And if even if you're trying, let's say you're trying to go to England for work or studies, would it be better for you to learn British English? Yeah, you may learn, but it doesn't matter, honestly, because you can communicate in American English as well as you can in the British English. I don't think there is there is any difficulty that you will face. And moreover, truth be told, the practical reality is that we are more exposed to American English nowadays than British English, so it's more likely that your English will be more influenced by the American one. It's not a matter of choice, it's a matter of content that we are exposed to. So we kind of need to make peace with this and not overstress ourselves, because you cannot be a completely, or a pure British English speaker because you don't live in England, and you can't be a pure American English speaker because you don't live in America. It is going to be a mix of our historical background and the way we were taught, and we will be speaking in the British way. In some cases, there will be some new words that we hear in movies or in songs or in news, the way they read it. We will speak them maybe in the American way, because those are, American news channels or movie channels. And if you watch Indian English movie channels, sorry, not movie channels, news channels, your English is going to be influenced by Indian accent. So in different types of Indian accents. So don't stress over it. You just can't put so much pressure on yourself. You need to understand that it's a free thing. It happens. Try to learn English. Do it the way you want to do. Because, the way Chetan Bhagat writes and the way J.K. Rowling writes, or the way Stephanie Meyer of Twilight series writes, they are different but same at the same time. And if you haven't reached a great level of expertise and fluency in English, you probably will not understand, you will not differentiate them significantly. So don't bother. And when you get to the point where you actually see the difference and live the difference, speak the difference, then you can decide it for yourself. And until then, just study and try to be just more open to learning every sorts of English that you come across, and just don't stress over what it is. Just learn it, and you will get to a point where you will understand the differences between all these things. There is also Australian English that we don't stress about as much as we between American and British one, but that is there. Now it's your pick. people from India go to Australia and study without learning Australian English, but they get it, right? Once you get there, they are basically same things, but people speak slightly differently, and you should try to speak. That's the important thing. Remember one thing, underline this and just put it in your head very clearly, that the main motto of speaking a language is to convey your message so that a different person can understand what you are trying to say in that language. And as long as they understand what you are saying, as long as you understand what they are saying, do not stress about what English you are speaking, because guess what? You can only stress yourself by doing that. So relax and learn it. Be free to learn it and just go with it. Go with the flow, enjoy learning. And if it helps you, and if you are getting a lot of value from this channel, please like and subscribe and share with your friends, and stay tuned. And thank you very much for watching.